I was wrong in doing what I did.
No, no! No! Are you listening?
Sean here, and when we're talking about Lorne Armstrong, there's so much to say. This is a guy who could get caught on camera stealing. There'd be surveillance footage. Maybe somebody recorded it on their phone. Footage of him admitting it to the cops. Footage of him selling it at a local pawn shop. All of this proof could be presented, and Lorne would look at whoever it is that saw it and say, I need you to believe in me. That's all a lie. That never happened. I was actually returning it to somebody else. It was actually mine, and I was just taking it. They deleted all the records that it was supposed to go to me. Oh, the stories you tell, Lorne. To think that he had a woman telling him, if you could give me proof, I will come see you. A woman that he believed was this super sexy actress, famous, was going to help him pay off his bills and put him in a better place, make him feel like he's worth something and he can live off of her. He would finally lose his virginity. All he had to do was get the proof that he said he had. Now, we know Lorne didn't have proof. We know he did what he did. We also know he's the kind of guy who the check is in the mail. The people on the project who have a task and they tell you, I'm working on it right now. I'm just a couple days from getting it done. Everything's going to be great. Just got off the phone with the person I need to speak to. But I had to leave them a message, waiting on them to get back to me, and then we can move forward. Then they'll try to change the subject to something else they've already completed, or something else they've done that they thought was helpful. But see, with Lorne, we know he can't produce the proof. And eventually he just gets frustrated and starts saying, I need you to believe in me. Despite all of the proof, just believe in me. I'm telling you, the serial killer with the bloody knife looking at you, telling you, I know there's a body behind me, but I'm not the killer. You have to trust me. Better yet, a used car salesman selling you a car that's smoking, and he's telling you, this baby right here, we've given her a once-over, she's ready to go. I can clearly see the smoke. Oh, don't pay attention to that over there. I need you to believe in me. Most of us who are successful, and we have friends, and we have family, people that we interact with, we know that if you don't have proof, trust but verify. That is the number one rule when you're managing and you're having to really put some responsibility on people. And if they fail, it could mess up a lot of things or come back negatively on you. You have to trust but verify. Okay? That's great. Now let me just see the results. Lorne doesn't want you to see the results. He just wants the trust. The verification has never been something he's ever had to do. And I have a theory on why that might be. Lorne has never been in a position of importance. I don't think he's ever been in anything where he had a lot of responsibility, past maybe passing out the graham crackers in 3rd grade or passing out milk because we used to have a milk break at school. Lorne, did you clean up that mess? I did. See? I just don't think he's ever had anything that someone would need to really rely on him for. Someone would have to check at what he's done. I mean, those guys took a big risk letting him drive truck. They took a huge risk letting a guy that you could obviously see had some mental issues get behind the wheel of a semi and drive from wherever he was to wherever he was going, and hoping that the cargo got there and that everything was returned in one piece. That might be the most responsibility this moron ever had. Okay, let's check the load. I did wonder sometimes if the cargo was something that he wanted, would something be missing from there? We'd never know about it. He'd never talk about it unless he thought the story would get him some kind of sympathy or attention. Yeah, they said I stole something. I never did it. Well, Lorne, in that video you sent me, one of them is right there in the background. Oh, that's Roy's. The worst thing you can have at work is a boss who just doesn't care about you. maybe not even care about you, but trust you so completely that they never even bother to check on you. I was teaching martial arts, and one way you lose students is if you have one that wins tournaments all of the time, is so much better than anyone else in class, that you stop correcting them. They feel like they're just there doing moves, and you learn over time that you find something to correct them on. You say, when you do that kick, maybe move your big toe out a little bit. It's throwing off the angle of your foot and your knee when you're just whatever it is. You give, even if you have to make it up. Look, if you want to get more pop on your uniform, you need to do this at this speed. Just give them something to work on. Feeling like you don't matter, even if you matter a lot and don't know it. You feel abandoned, you feel stressed out, you feel lonely, and you don't feel any value. You don't feel like anybody's put value on you. I don't see Lorne ever being in a position where he was ignored because he was doing his job so well. Lorne doing a janitor job or any of those other jobs that he could have had requires real work, requires somebody to oversee him. But when he's at his trailer and he wants to live in clown world, he can just morph his reality, create any reality that he wants. Any bullet point he wants to put out there, boom, automatically true. He answers to himself and no one else. Telling a woman that he was verbally and mentally abusing, that she had complete control over him, even after she asked him many, many, many times, would you please stop yelling and cursing and everything? We know. He doesn't like anyone to just even look in his direction and comment on what he's doing. I need you to believe in me. Telling somebody you need them to believe in you is actually saying, please, whatever you do, don't look at anything. Ignore all of that and just look at me. It's almost like when something bad has happened, like The Hobbit, when Bard is up there, he's getting ready to shoot the dragon, and his son has the arrow on his shoulder, and he's saying, look at me, look at me. Or you've got somebody, Mel Gibson, talking about, did I ever tell you about the time you were born in signs, and you're trying to talk somebody down off the ledge. That is what Lorne is trying to do, and he probably doesn't even know he's doing it. It's just his natural stupidity. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. That whole clown show. That's Lorne. His whole life is a clown show. I do like that Casey told him, I can't trust you. You've lied so many times. Now Lorne, in his infinite wisdom, said, well, you've lied too. But, Mr. Armstrong, she was the one that was going to come out and see you. You should have done anything that you possibly could to get what you thought was a real woman to come out and see you, because you can't get one in your area, Lorne. We know he can't go out and get any woman that he wants, even though he says that. I mean, Justin Timberlake here. If you're a woman and you're looking at him and nothing he's done has ever worked, you're going to assume he's a loser, and you'd be right. You're going to see the little traits that you're picking up on and just assume that's why he never got to where he was. Then he's going to go into his conviction, but he's going to call it a charge. And he's going to start telling you all about NBC and all of the surface information and how he was a victim and lured in, not realizing that normal people are going to be looking at him going, what? You got busted for what? All of the evidence, there would be research done, all of the evidence, and they would not be trusting and verifying. They would just be verifying. When you've had people all your life who just say, that's great, Lorne. Okay, Lorne, yeah, go back over there and do what you're doing. Okay, Lorne, great. People who just want you to go away and want you to feel like you're doing something that they value, you're never going to have to worry about trust. They don't even need to verify. They just want you out of their hair. There is a big, I guess you would call it a school/home, huge, for people who have special needs, adults, young adults, people who are out in the world, and it's dedicated to their care. Sometimes I'm looking at some of them if I volunteer out there or whatever, or I go out to one of their dances, whatever it is, I'm looking at some of them and they're not that far away from Lorne Armstrong. I don't mean what he's done, but I mean in terms of how they talk, what they say. And I truly believe Lorne is just a few steps away from having to have adult care like that. And it would be easy to say, oh, I can sympathize. If he just had that care, maybe he'd be in a better spot. But this dude knows right from wrong. He can hold a job. He's got a place to stay. He knows how to grocery shop. And he's an alcoholic rage monster. When you're worried about people cahooting all of the time, you're worried that people are getting together and comparing notes. People are finding out who you really are, what you've really done. Because if only one person is there, you can push your agenda, your narrative, whatever you want. You can just shove it down their throat until you beat them down and maybe they finally accept it. But when people start talking, one of my favorite stories, and this relates to this, before in the WWF at the time, nobody talked about how much they got paid to each other. That was just a no-no in the locker room. Well, Kevin Nash came along, Shawn Michaels, and the Clique, right? If you don't know what the Clique is, a group of guys that got together, great friends, and they stuck by each other. They had each other's back. They were the Wolf Pack. Moving on. Kevin had a match, I think it was a WrestleMania or SummerSlam or something, and Shawn did a run-in where he came in and he did, 15 seconds of work? And he got paid like 15 grand. And Kevin got paid like 10. Shawn, and he talked about it. So Kevin called Pat or somebody, and or Terry Taylor, and he called Vince. Vince, they're fucking talking again. And accounting error, Big D, as he said, accounting error. People are a danger to someone when they get together and they compare notes. It is like the imposter syndrome, but for Lorne, it's real. His whole world could crumble, like he's depending on this thin shield he's got out there, the way he portrays himself. And all of these people are finding all of the holes in the shield until it's completely gone. And he starts getting hit with facts and with logics, and it stings. Those things he keeps hidden, things he tries to not let other people see. We know for the first 3 months, the honeymoon phase, we know this. And we know eventually he'll test the waters and let it come out. People at work, you get a new boss, they test the waters, how far can I push this? And then they get, hopefully, reeled back in. Lorne's ultimate goal is to find somebody who's just going to take whatever abuse he wants to dish out. Thankfully, we have that captured on film. Not on film, but kind of, with his, you were with your new guy last night. You got so fucking pissed off I'm gonna cry. Because you won't stop your stupid bullshit with Rod. We've got that on film. We've also got audio of him, so hopefully if these women do research on him, they'll see all of that and hear all of that. You'd present that to him, one of the greatest moments in Lorneography history, speaking of trust but verify, was when Casey played, now granted it was in 1.5 speed or 2 times speed, played the drunken fight with Roy. Blah! You're not 10. Grow the fuck up. She played that to him. He was silent. I'm sure he was just trying to block it out. Why did you do it, Lorne? Well, Roy made me do it. This is another reason you can't trust Lorne Armstrong. He's going to blame everybody else for his behavior. There's no need to verify anything when you can look at the situation and say, you know what? It's pretty freaking obvious that you're the one who did this. You control your behavior, Lorne. You don't know what it's like growing up with Roy. And you've never been in his situation, and you never understand what he's been through. He's had the hardest life imaginable. If you could only see it through the lens that he looks through, you would believe in him. I need you to believe in me. How can you trust anyone who's telling you all of the time that he's changing, he's going to quit smoking, he's going to quit drinking? Now, we know why he supposedly quit drinking. It's because of the court system and the threat of going back to prison. I'll stop abusing you. I'll stop cursing. I'll stop yelling. I promise. I'm not going to do it again. 2 seconds later, if you just act the way I want you to. It's impossible to trust anyone, and you don't even feel like you're just too tired and exhausted to even verify if what they're saying is the truth, because you no longer care. You don't even care if they're telling you the truth. You don't even care what they're saying. You're just tired, and it bothers you. When you get to that point, which is where everyone ends up in Lorne's life, they just don't care about me, because you've spent however many years pushing them away, showing them the real you, and they were done. They no longer wanted to be a part of your life because the real you is exhausting. I don't know if you've ever had anybody in your life like that, where you don't even care enough, where you don't even worry about trusting them. You don't even care what they're doing, so there is no trust. So Lorne asking for somebody to believe in him, for most of the people it would be, would you please just care about what I'm doing enough for me to ask you to believe in me? I have no idea what's going on in that little pea brain of his, but I can tell you with certainty that the trust in him has been few and far between. The instances where someone needs to trust him have been few and far between. And I think that's probably a smart idea. And verifying that he did anything should be your number one priority, should you ever trust him. That's my video for today. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.
Why?